of when those two trees were taken, and how I responded. I wept, and because I know how important the trees are for our well-being. They provide us oxygen. They transmute the poison that we exhale. And give us back what we need to stay alive in this earth plane where we reside. But I'm back inside for now. The birds are sleeping sweetly, soundly. So those trees were a home for many little critters and creatures. And they were displaced, having nowhere to go. They had to flee from the aggressive chainsaws that were massacring their home. Where could they be? Except the nearest place that they could find warmth. Because I understand and I overstand what being displaced means. As I was homeless for a couple of years with my little guys, it was difficult. And it was around this same time in the winter. In fact, the winter of COVID. 2020, January, was when my children and I were displaced. Nothing in the savings, nowhere to go. And sometimes that's the way it has to be. When supportive family have done all they could to intercede or intervene in any way that they were able to, ultimately, my life path is my own. And so I must walk it as I should. And I did. And it was hard. And just like the significance of 2020 was for so many of us. Indeed, it was crystal clear, many things. Who is who? What did we really believe? It all came through in those critical years where the whole world was saturated by a lot of fear. though I did experience that, I also had faith, which aided me in staying grounded with all that was challenging me. And ultimately, we came to this place where my little son did foresee that we would arrive to the broken house and help to build it up. And that is exactly what we have done. Not only has this home been a place for us to begin to balance our adrenal glands and have a safe place where we could land and begin the healing process of what we had been through, being displaced. So I know what the little critters who lost those two beautiful trees for homes we're also facing. And I showed them a lot of grace. And inevitably, it had to be a line drawn in the sand. So I chose the humane approach and treated the issue that got out of hand with tissue and peppermint. Yes, tissue and peppermint. It was the most humane thing I could have done. And the results have happened exactly as was foreseen. It is now quiet again. It is now serene. And I didn't have to kill another living being. I had to be patient and full of grace. Because who really ever wants to be displaced? So I will share the video of when the two magnificent beauties had to say goodbye, that it was their quote-unquote end. But they had some things to say to me. And it was that it is okay. Their roots remain, and all the lessons have been communicated to all the other trees that were still standing. And the amazing thing was, even though they had to go, their departure made room for the sun to shine through. And I've been able to enjoy its rise in the sky. So much more light has come through, although the winters have been colder too. We take for granted the shelter that their boughs bring, from the cold, the wind, and the rain, and the shelter that they did bring to all the creatures. We share this land, not just with human, but with those who came before us, the ancestors that are our trees, the clouds, the water, the birds flying free, the lowly critters who are so free. So I'm thankful for the patience that I was able to have as I administered the peppermint. And so it is 2026, or so they say. And it's okay. There's a reason why everything had to turn out that way.